Put my thumb on. And then I'll drive it. Okay. Sorry, Lee, I put you down. Okay. Nick is getting ready to drive. The engine is going. Now the jack will continue to come up because the engine is running. If you had an auxiliary and you left the jack the way it is, once you started it, it kills the battery to the jack and you'd have to start it again to get it to come up. Right. So, yeah.
So eventually it'll probably keep beeping for a while, then stop.
It will, yeah.
That scissor jack idea is a good idea. I hadn't thought about that.
I've got both of my backs. Okay. Notice he just touched the drive button. You don't have to start out in low gear. Your Allison transmission is automatic, and it will take care of everything for you. And I didn't see him release the air brake, but I'm sure he did.
Otherwise we wouldn't be going.
Yeah, we wouldn't. We wouldn't be going anyplace if he hadn't released the air brake. And the air brake was the little yellow button there on the side. You pull it out when you want to stop, when you're stopped, and you push it in to release it. Also, you need to wait. I don't know how long it takes for the airbags to fill. Mine are about 2.5 minutes to get up to over the 100-pound limit. You have to wait until your airbags fill because it is an air ride. This is Highway 1. It's a 4-lane.
We're going to go down there a ways and then get on the interstate and come back up and make a big loop.
Okay, sounds good. We're going to do some internet. You see, you know better than I. Notice he comes to the middle. That's quite all right. And you got one more car to wait for, Nick. I'm sorry. This is it. You're good. Okay?
Okay, we're at a standing stop, basically.
Uh-huh. Okay. You can feel there it kicked in the gear and it's upshifted. So it's a nice smooth upshift. We were at a standing stop and we're at what, 45 now?
45 now.
45 right now. So it's a nice, I mean, it's not like your Charger, Lee, but it's a nice smooth up.
So we're doing 50 right now.
We're up to 50. Notice how smooth it is. It is just like sitting in your car. Trust me, Lee, you will have no trouble driving this thing.
I think Sherry said she drove a school bus.
She drove a school bus, and I think these are easier than school buses to drive.
I'm going to put the exhaust brake on. You don't really need it in this flat country.
Right. Okay.
But
He just put the
just because it helps out.
and he leaves it. You can leave the exhaust brake on, and then when you let off the accelerator to decelerate, the exhaust brake.
I'm going to let off of it now just so you can feel it.
Yeah. Now ours does exactly the same thing. You still going down a mountain. You still need to gear down.
Yes.
But use the exhaust brake, and it will hold you pretty much to speed.
Before I start down, I put it in about
Third gear. Okay.
And, when you let off the exhaust brake, it automatically brings you down, I think, to 4th.
Okay.
As I recall, but I like to go into 3rd.
Yeah. And now does it? And the exhaust brake works in 3rd gear, does it?
Oh yeah, it works all the way down to 1st gear.
Yeah.
Depending on how steep the mountain is.
Yeah. But be aware, Lee, if the mountain grade is steep enough, it can kick out, and the exhaust brake and the engine no longer do anything. You're free sailing.
Right.
So you have to use the brake then yourself.
An Allison transmission is designed to protect itself even if it kills you. That's what an Allison
Yeah.
transmission is.
I don't know if you heard this, but Nick says an Allison transmission is designed to protect itself even if it doesn't protect you. So
That was straight from an Allison rep.
yeah, Nick says that's straight from an Allison rep. well, he works up there close to Allison anyway, so we're very familiar. Allison's in Indianapolis, and they have several plants there.
We're just cruising along at 55.
Cruising along at 55, and it's just like a car. Again, you do have to understand you're not going to stop like your car. So you have to anticipate your stops. And even if you slow down and aggravate the guy behind you, slow down and aggravate the guy behind
The guy
you.
behind you isn't going to pay for your rig if you get in an accident.
That's exactly right. Nick said the guy behind you is not going to pay for your rig if you get in an accident. So you do what you're most comfortable with. And after driving it for just a few hours, you're going to know what your comfort level is.
I always err on the side of caution. My depth perception isn't great, so I always slow down more in curves and things, but I've not been in an accident yet.
Yeah. I leave space between me and the guy in front of me no matter what. And yeah, I'm like you. I would rather be too cautious than not cautious enough. Now he's slowed down to 45. You'll notice he just lets his foot off the accelerator. The brake brings it down to speed.
Now we're about 41.
We're about 41 right now. Okay?
You know, school zone, so I'm going to slow down.
And he's getting ready to turn here.
No, I'm just slowing down. It's a school.
Oh. Ah, okay. It's a school zone and the lights are flashing. Okay, I didn't notice that. So I'm glad Nick is driving.
Actually, I guess that's another one.
Yeah. But it still doesn't hurt. I don't think the schools are starting until later in the
No,
week.
you're right.
But still,
Intersection like that.
we went by one this morning, and the school sign was flashing, so we slowed down even though we didn't think the school was in session.
Whenever you want to drive, just tell me.
Okay. Well, when you turn to get on 95, if you've got a place to turn off, we'll switch. Okay. Okay, again, it's just like sitting in your car, Lee. You're up higher, so you see more. The ride is very smooth. You do have some sway in a motorhome that you don't get in your car, but that's because of your weight and your height. All right.
That steering control I put in eliminated a lot of that.
Okay.
When semis go by you and stuff,
You don't rock as
not
bad.
nearly as much. You
Okay.
will, but not as much.
Sure. And I don't know if you heard that, but he's got a
Safety. Safety plus.
Safety what?
Safety plus.
Safety plus, which
Steering control.
steering control, which keeps your coach on center. Okay, it doesn't turn it for you, but what happens if you were to just let go of the steering wheel, or if you were to have a blowout, it keeps your coach centered so that you're not turning right or left toward the blowout.
And the same with high winds.
And the same with high winds, or if a truck passes you, it just helps you stay centered on straight ahead. All right, and that's a big plus on a motor coach, because when a truck passes you, there's a lot of wind coming off that truck, and it catches a lot of your motorhome.
Yeah, our first motorhome, we actually steered towards trucks as they passed us.
Oh yeah, because you had to. If you didn't, you were in trouble. Yeah. He said on his first motorhome, he had to actually steer toward the truck as they're passing. Otherwise, it could end up blowing you off center of your lane. Yeah.
So we're coming around a curve at 55 miles an hour.
This is a curve at 55. Notice it stays fairly level. And I could feel it, but I don't know if you could. The passenger side came up and the driver's side came down, which kept the coach itself
And now it's
level.
stabilized back up the other way.
Yeah. And now it comes back the other way and you're still level. And that's part of your airbag system. It is designed to do that. They have some new stuff out there called Comfort Ride and all kinds of stuff like this. This acts almost the same. It may not be quite as sensitive. this highway is okay with me too. You've had it up to 65, 55, 65. That's about my limit anyway.
Yeah, we're doing 60 now.
Yeah. Okay, we're doing 60 right now. You cannot tell it. It's just a very smooth ride. Here's a good, that's a normal bridge thump thump. And you get a little bit of rocking with it. Well, I actually, Nick decelerated, which caused it, but it's still just a very smooth.
Did you want to go out to 95? Or
No, let's just stay here. If you got a spot to turn around here, we'll just do it that way. For one thing, I don't want to do 7.
I think we can just get into this intersection and then
Yeah,
switch drivers right there.
I think we can.
So that's what I would do.
Started out in a gas.
I think we can turn here.
We'll come close.
Might have to.
I'm just going to give you the land.